Welcome back, Bravehearts all over the world. I'm Dr. Darrell Wolf. I'm here with Lorraine, and guess what? It's the Advanced Water Fasting Kickoff. Now, for those of you who have never joined us before, just know this, that we were here just 2 weeks ago. And do you know what? I do fasting different than anyone else in the world. Is that true?
That's true.
But don't worry, there's a whole bunch of people that did fasting and now they're following my lead. I could tell you stories. Anyways, it's all great. Guess what? Because why are they following my lead? Because they woke up to the fact that you cannot just do a water fast. For one thing, it can't be distilled, it can't be reverse osmosis, it can't be carbon filter, because when you're doing a water fast, it needs to be what? Structured water.
Sorry.
Because structured water is 1,000% more hydratable, okay, which means that it detoxifies 1,000% better than any other water. How many people know that structured water will actually neutralize EMF? It'll actually neutralize blue light. It'll actually neutralize radiation in the blood, okay, and in the lymph and in the fluids of the cells. And guess what? No other water has been shown to do that. So that's why. Now, and the other thing is, we have 8 different things that we use in our advanced water fast. I'm not going to go through those today. If any of you want to understand how we do an advanced water fast, you're going to have to go into Doc of Detox Library, go into the Advanced Water Fasting Guide, and I have a 3-hour and 40-minute masterclass. It's not going to bore you, trust me. If you want to know how to make $100,000 worth of stem cells in your body, and I mean that. It sounds ridiculous, but it's not. It's true. And if you want to turn on autophagy to the top level, meaning eating up the things that shouldn't be in your body and creating more stem cells than $100,000 would cost you if you went to buy it. And that's what your body's just totally amazing. You know, we were created by God Almighty, and if you know how to turn it on, then you will heal. And there are no cures. You are the cure. There is no savior. You are the savior. And nobody's going to be a better practitioner than you when you learn a perfect day. And that's the deal. So today we're going to be talking about the kickoff. For those people who don't know, for the last 2 weeks, we've had a few thousand people actually go on what's called a whole plant-based keto diet. That means that is a higher vibrational, okay, clean diet. If you want to see what they've done, then what you can do is that you can actually go to pdgfree.com, pdgfree.com, and I'll show it again here on a slide. But if you go there, take a look at the four pillars of the perfect day. There you're going to find a whole plant-based keto diet, and that's what I live on. I'm not saying that I will never have a piece of fish again, or I wouldn't eat a piece of organic meat again, but the reality is I don't. The reality is I eat a whole plant-based diet, and I have all the science to back up why vegetarianism is not great, why being a meat eater and going for it, you know, you're going to destroy yourself. I say to people, how many dead animals will it take for you to get well? And you do know it's a dead carcass, and everything is about vibration, everything is about frequency. So these people were on a whole plant-based keto diet for 2 weeks, and now they're ready. Now you could jump into an advanced water fast like right now if you wanted. You could just do water and do nothing else, but we're going to go through what people are going to be doing on the 6-day advanced water fast. And just so you know, I've had people go as long as 86 days, losing 140 pounds, okay? We're talking about somebody that was told that they had heart disease, they had type 2 diabetes, okay? Somebody that was told they cannot drive their truck anymore and they could not support their family. So whatever your motivation is to do it, just know this, that advanced water fasting, you know, you will lose weight, you will lose cellulite, but you'll lose tumors, you'll lose cysts, you'll lose scar tissue, you'll lose infectious material, you'll lose parasites from fungus to worms to bad bacteria. You'll change it all. And when you're done, the issues in your tissues are gone, and the reality is guess what? I don't care how many parasite cleanses you go. There's a lot of people out there that sell parasite cleanses, and they can take them and put them where the light doesn't shine, because that's where the parasites are. And you can keep doing it if you want, but just remember something. As Louis Pasteur said, okay, the bug is nothing, the inner train is everything. And when he said that, he meant that you had to bring in light, you had to bring up your vibration, and then you will get rid of those issues in your tissues, because if it vibrates higher than those parasites, they will get packing and leave. And go read in the Perfect Day Guide, if you want to download it, the Parasite Party. Okay, go read the Parasite Party, and you'll understand the philosophy, my philosophy, on how parasite cleanses are not what you need, but a perfect day. Okay, so people have done a whole plant-based keto diet for 2 weeks, and I said, this is only to make it easier, because we put them on like different types of nutraceuticals, daily cleansing tea, black gold. We had them do ultimate coffee enema. You can go watch it if you're really interested. If you're not, it doesn't matter how much I talk. And what we got them to do was not just bring down their toxic load physically, but also emotionally. You can't cleanse the toxic physical things without getting rid of the toxic emotional things. You can't work on your emotional things without getting rid of your physical things. And guess what? Believe it or not, an advanced water fast is going to change your personality. You can't bring up your vibration and not become a more loving, caring person to yourself and to the world. Guess what? Toxic people are not fun to be with. They're moody, they're up and down, they're grumpy, they're angry, they're jealous, and all of these things. That's what toxic people, because guess what? When you become toxic, it's because your bacteria, when you're too toxic, your good bacteria go bad bacteria, and your bacteria talk 9 times to your brain, where your brain only talks 1 time to your body compared to 9 times by your bacteria, because your bacteria are 85% of your immune system. There you go. There's the real reality, and that's why we have a tragic thing going on today, because the medical system attacks one thing more than any other thing, and that is your good bacteria, right? Don't they? Oh, got to get out that bacterial soap. I can hardly wait right now. You'll never see it down here too much, but you're going to see it in Canada and the United States where it's colder, and of course, you know, oh yeah. So here we go. The Advanced Water Fasting Kickoff. Okay, I'm where am I right now?
Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico.
Absolutely. And so where are we located out of? Well, we have an office in Puerto Rico, we have one in Texas, and we have one here. And we have just opened up, reopened the Ixtapa World Healing, okay, and Training Center. And it's a 5-star center, and we're going to do it different this time though, aren't we?
That's right.
We're going to make it more exclusive. I didn't say more expensive. I meant more exclusive, where we are going to take only a couple, or we're going to take a family, or we're going to take a small group, but we're not going to do no assembly line treatments anymore. Because the reality is those that want it all, we need to give it to them. And those who don't want it all, just want a piece of it, they can go to my library, which is free, the biggest self-care, self-love library in the world, or they can get the PDG free.com guide, or go to one of thousands of practitioners that we've taught around the world. But what we're after is people that really truly want a perfect day, want to become their own hero, want to become their own savior, want to become their own practitioner, so that they can shine the light on their family. And that's what the Advanced Water Fasting is all about as well. So take a look at this if you want. This is something that I put together. And this is dedicated to all of the rebels out there, all right? So if you want to go back, you can read it, or you can go back, you can watch this show if you want. If you go to the 6-Day Advanced Water Fasting Guide in my library, that's where this show will be, so people can refer to it, because we put the preparation in there, we put the kickoff, and we'll put the celebration at the end. So people can watch these things, and those people who say, I don't need you, Dr. Wolf, I just want your information, I can do it on my own. What do you think, Lorraine? That's what it's about.
Well, you can do it on your own, but wouldn't it be great to have someone to help guide you?
So we will guide you, and we're going to be on here, okay? I'm going to be telling you the times that we're coming back on, and I'll be on here 3 times to answer your questions over the next 6 days. 3 times to do live Q&As, okay? But even better still, If you're nervous, you're fearful, just know nobody's ever died doing fasting. Nobody's ever had to go to the hospital. Some people felt like it because guess what? They didn't know how to get the cork out of their butt. So their body, they turned off their digestive tract, which is 70% of their energy, and it went in to say, okay, let's get rid of the critters, let's get rid of the waste, let's get rid of the poisons that are actually going to cause the diseases and cause all the pain and suffering that you are going to have for the rest of your life. I'm not kidding. Now, if we can open up your colon, if we can open up your liver, if we can open up your stomach, and open up your skin, and we can open up all of the detox organs of the body, that they are flowing properly, you'll never have a headache, will you? You'll never have any pains.
No.
And guess what? People say, I'm going through a healing crisis because I'm doing an advanced water fast, or I'm doing this cleanse. People don't have healing crisis with us. They may have like, oh my God, I feel so nauseous, like I want to throw up. And that's why we teach you how to do therapeutic vomiting. That's why we teach you how to do vaginal infusion, the ultimate coffee enema. We've got all the tricks, all the strategies that you don't have to suffer. But you know what? For some of you, I'm never going to be able to help you with that part because you believe that suffering is the way of the Lord, suffering is the way to get well, and I'm just telling you that all the way it is all the way to hell. And it is, because hell is what you do to yourself, and it's true. Hell is the belief systems that you have that are undermining you, and it doesn't matter how far back they go, because guess what? You know what? I was reading the other day, and you know the word mystery? It actually means my story. My story. My
It
story.
is a mystery.
My story. So if you don't understand that your life will be a mystery, but what we tell you to do is we tell you it doesn't have to be, because you have to become the captain of the ship. So think about doing what we call the Braveheart Heroes contract, and that's where you actually, okay, if I actually totally unconditionally love myself and I didn't believe that I was a sinner and I deserved to go to hell, that I'm not stupid, that I'm not an idiot, okay? And I'm not going to take things personal. I don't need anybody's approval to totally love and care for myself and totally build my day from the moment I rise until I close my eyes and where I want to live and what that looks like. And I'm going to give up everything that is low vibrational and toxic. And that means even if it has to be friends, it'll have to be family, well then I just won't visit them as long and as strong because I want my vibration to come down, because your vibration is the most important thing you'll ever have. So try to do a Braveheart Heroes contract. A lot of people think I come out of the gate too strong. What do you think? I don't. I'm not going to change. Because there's a whole bunch of people out here that go, wow, Braveheart Heroes contract. Really? Well, why don't you see if you can actually go and write what you would like your life to look like, feel like, okay, smell like, taste like, how you would like to feel about yourself, okay? And actually see if you can start writing it. And then every morning and every night, just go back there and actually keep doing it for 33 days. And guess what? You'll actually have your authentic, okay, your authentic destiny. You'll actually have your authentic destiny. Give it a shot. Okay, let's keep moving. All right, so anyways, we are going to be, Dr. Sage Wolf is leaving for Melbourne in 2 weeks. You can check it out at braveheartnation.com. He's going to be doing the Wolf non-surgical certification there. And then we're going to be in Barrie, Sacramento, Barrie, Ontario, Sacramento, California, Stewart, Florida, Coffs Harbour, Australia, Kelowna, British Columbia, Fresham, England, Rhodes, Greece, and Ixtapa, Mexico. Right back where we started. And isn't that something? We always kind of go right back where we start, don't we? Okay? All right? And this is the prices on the courses, and we have reduced the prices in between 35 and 40%, and we've made them into the actual currency of that country. So guess what? Where everybody put their prices up and inflated things, we brought it down, because all we heard from everyone is, guess what? Prices went up with food, they went up with my mortgage, they went up with my rent, they went up with gas, I want to take your course. I go, okay, we'll bring our profit down to 7%. So if we get 12 person in a course, we will make 7% profit, and it's just okay, because this will be the last world tour that we do for a few years, because the world's going into flip, flop, and fry. And for most people, they are going to fry out because they are not going to be emotionally prepared for what's coming, okay? All right, and a lot of people ask me, you know, how do you prepare for something like that? For those of you who were on the other day and I said I created what's called the ripple effect, it's on Telegram. If you want to know what I'm doing to prepare, you can go and watch some of the videos. I've been putting them up there for people that are interested and they don't want to put their head in the sand and then get it up the butt, which they're going to. Okay? All right. These are the people, if you want, you can get in touch with the different places, different hosts that we're doing the courses. And Lorraine and I do a show every other Tuesday. Okay? All right?
Every other Monday.
Every other Monday, I meant. Every other Monday we do a show on, and you can see here, you can read through this. Every other Monday it's with Lorraine and I. And then the off Mondays it's with Simran and Lorraine. Okay, and it's mainly what we do, me and Lorraine. It's we talk about pelvic problems for men and women, and how, guess what? Isn't that something? Colon cancer is the fastest growing cancer right now, and prostate cancer is the fastest growing cancer for men. Okay?
Right down in the soup bowl.
Yeah, and they're rotting out. Well, almost every woman is rotting out down there. Bladder infections, cysts, endometriosis, fibroids, tumors, infertility, fungal problems. We can keep going, but we won't, okay? And then here's other things that I do. I do a live Q&A at 1 o'clock on Tuesdays. You can call in your questions, okay? And you can call them in, you can send them in. We're going to get more set up this week, so we're going to give you so many ways and so many avenues to send in questions so you can ask them, okay? And Dr. Sage Wolf every Wednesday does Reverse the Irreversible, okay? All right? And Lorraine and Simran do a Women's Pelvic Restoration Zoom Q&A, like I said, every other Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? There's the perfect day guide, guys. I've just given what I believe to be the most powerful gift I'll ever give you, okay? Well, the most powerful gift I will ever give you is called unconditional love, without judgment, no matter who you are, what you've done, and where you are today. And that's, you've got that already. But as far as knowledge, this is the best gift that I could ever give to you. If you want to check it out, you can download it. We also have it for sale. It's $75 delivered to your house, and that's the manuals you can see. Okay, it's beautifully done. It's a lot of pictures in there. The print's proper. It's black. It's big, but it'll show you everything from your nose to your toes and how to take control, right?
And it really should be in everybody's kitchen or living room.
Yeah, it really needs to be. Okay, and if you don't believe us, don't worry. You don't have to spend any money and buy one. Just download it, okay? And then go in there and see what you can do and find holes or go, well, it's just another book. Really, challenge me. Okay, I like that. Okay, this is for all the practitioners out there, because this is the greatest platform any practitioner could ever do, and that's getting your sovereign indigenous practitioner protection. And what that means is, if you want to call me, you can call me directly just on extension 5 or at 469-861-8884, or you can do that on WhatsApp or FaceTime. But this brings you outside the law so that they can't come and hound you. Oh, you know, there's states and there's provinces. Oh, you can't touch anybody's body. You can't be a massage therapist unless you're registered. No, you can't do this. You can't do that. Well, yes, now you can. You can get your indigenous protection by being adopted by the Taino tribe and getting your doctorate in indigenous medicine. You can take a look at that at braveheartnation.com or bhnuniversity.com. All right, and you can go all the way with us, right from patient to practitioner, and actually getting your doctorate within 3 to 4 years. And when you finish, you will not have any debt, because you'll be making money all the way along. You're not going to have a chokehold on you like universities and colleges do. Okay? We're coming out with a Braveheart Nation app, and it will be the most powerful healing health app for free, right? And there'll be things on it, and there'll be people coming on it from all over the world, different languages, and they'll have their own shows to help to support you. And then if you want to get their master classes, you can. Okay? But there's a lot more to the app than that. I'll be going through that another time. And here it is. We're in Ixtapa, and we've just opened up the World Healing and Training, where we do personal treatment and trainings. And these are all the trainings that we do, from actually supervised advanced water fasting, okay, to Wolf non-surgical personal treatment and training, where we teach couples, where we teach families, where we'll teach a one-on-one, we'll teach groups. We have 2 beautiful bedrooms with a big, huge pool, all closed in. It looks like it's a jungle right around us, okay? And it's only a 10-minute walk to the beach. The juice bar is only 10 minutes away, but don't worry about that. There'll be somebody always on hand from 8 in the morning until 5 at night, making your meals, whole plant-based keto, doing your juicing, and cleaning up after you, and just helping to support you no matter what of any of the programs, whether it's the couples training and treatment, whether it's the pelvic restoration or the perfect pain-free pregnancy, or the athletic deep tissue body work for trainers, or whole body joint restoration for older people that can't do all the heavy duty body work, but if you get your joints moving, guess what? The door opens, right? And just know this, that Dr. Sage Wolf will be doing Wolf non-surgical personal treatment and trainings for families and couples. And he'll also be going to clinics around the world, because we really feel it's going to be too difficult to actually do world tours for the next few years. And I want to be wrong. But research is telling me it's not going to happen. They're going to try to get us down on our knees and beg for them, please, to give up a lot more of our rights so that they can control us. These guys are just psycho. They are psycho parasites, and that's what they are. And understand, I don't get angry, I don't have any hate for them, because it's just the welcome to planet Earth, a life-threatening, fun-filled adventure. All right, let's get it right into it. There's not a lot to talk about it, because water fasting's not that hard, is it?
No, it's not. You're going to use your structured water unit. And
first, but if I can say it, we're going to do a Q&A for you guys on January the 27th at 5 p.m., okay? Eastern Standard Time, okay? All right? And then we're going to do Monday, January the 29th, 5 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time. And then we're going to do our celebration on Wednesday, January the 31st at 5 p.m. And there's the whole schedule. So you see, we'll be here to support you, and you'll be able to come on Facebook and give your questions. We'll be reading them off. You'll be able to text my 888-469-861-8884 number direct, because it's a USA number. It won't be long distance charges for anybody, especially if you have in Canada and you can call the States and you can send it here. There's no charges, or you can do it on WhatsApp. We'll be checking and answer your questions. We'll also be going, and Rafa, are we going to be getting it set up that we can see people's questions from Rumble and from the other platforms? Will that be set up?
Yes.
When?
The next
every time, from now on.
Okay.
Thank you. From every time from now on. Okay, we're good to go. All right, these are just some of your assets. I don't want to take the time to go through them right now. And just know this, everyone. This is what Advanced Water Fast does when you do 6 to 8 of them, and you do it every 2 months. And in between that, you're on a whole plant-based keto. You go on any diet you want, but scientifically, if you really do your homework, I think you'll find that a whole plant-based keto really holds its weight. And when you do an advanced water fast with us, there's no healing crisis, it's just healing breakthroughs, okay? These are just some of the things that we actually do. This is the wrong slideshow, okay? This is the wrong slideshow, Carla. Okay, bear with us, everyone. Okay? Bear with us, everybody. Thank you. This stuff happens. Okay. We've got it now. So anyways, water fasting, okay, it has limited healing potential. You can do it, but I'm going to tell you, if you ever just want to do water fasting, one sec. if you want to just do water fasting with just not structured water, it's gonna be a lot more trouble, isn't it?
It is.
Because water's a food and you don't digest it well. When you use structured water, you're not gonna have that problem. Okay, anyways, check out the Advanced Water Fasting Guide, okay? Now, everybody that's doing the kickoff today for the 6-day Advanced Water Fasting Guide, first thing in the morning, we're not gonna go through the nutraceuticals, we're just gonna go through the basics. We already did that.
Okay.
That would take us that takes us like 2 hours because healing is a science, okay? So 16 ounces to 48 ounces first thing in the morning, whether you believe this or not, okay? I will actually do first thing in the morning, you know, people will do 1 teaspoon of red mint salt, real salt, Himalayan salt, Celtic salt, or you can get salt from other countries, as long as it's clean, as long as it's pure, as long as it has the trace minerals in it. They'll do 1 teaspoon, they'll put it into 16 ounces of water and drink, okay? I would do 1.5 quarts. I do 1.5 quarts every morning, and I do a level tablespoon of real salt. It just works for me. But the first time you do it, don't do that. The first time you do it, just take like 16 ounces to 1 quart and do 1 teaspoon of any of these salts. Why? Because you need the trace minerals, okay? You need the sodium balance, okay? And it also will act as a gentle laxative, okay? Okay, so water's the biggest thing in this whole thing. Oh, and also respecting yourself and resting and not answering every phone call and saying yes to everybody and burning yourself out and exhausting yourself, because understand this, if you could do an advanced water fast, 70% of the energy is going to go in for detoxification and for autophagy and stem cell making. But if you're on the phone and you're busy, go, 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 then you're going to be stealing the energy and you will not feel good, okay? So you want to wake up in the morning, you want to drink 16 to 48 ounces of warm to hot structured water with high quality salt. Mix in 20 drops of Ormus minerals and 1/8 of pure black diamond nanofulvic. Now, you don't have to put our products in, okay? But just know that our Ormus minerals have the highest electrolyte charge of any trace mineral product on the planet, and it is an Ormus. And look up what Ormus is. Also, our black diamond is the only nanohumic fulvate that has not been treated with chemicals, and it will drop off without triggering your digestive tract. Well, first of all, our Ormus minerals will drop off 92 trace minerals, okay, and the highest electrical charge of any trace minerals. The black diamond will go in and suck up parasites, heavy metals, chemicals, bring down the acid, and it'll lock it right down. So it won't be dragging it out with a fight. It'll lock it right down so that you don't have to experience it, because when you detoxify, you don't want that lagging around, okay? Next thing.
So we've got a question.
I know, but can I finish this here?
Yep.
Because if there's more, then we'll do them. Drink warm to hot structured water throughout the day, and you can flavor this with essential oils, and you will not turn on your digestive tract, because they're so high frequency, they'll go right in. They don't need any work. So you can use like lemon lift, okay, where 2 drops is half a lemon. You could use orange burst if you like orange, or you could use, where was I here? Super cinnamon. And those of you who have blood sugar problems, okay, I'm hypoglycemic. Those of you that are pre-diabetic, those of you that are diabetic, those of you that have, you know, oh, I feel dizzy, oh, I feel this, right? The super cinnamon's the way to go. And you can mix them with the orange or the lemon and they taste good, don't they? They really make a nice flavor. And how would you like to be like this? Ooh, I feel a buzz. You do these things, that drink, and all you're gonna do is just bring up your frequency, bring up your vibration, suck up the toxins, okay, and not be going, oh, I don't feel good, because it's all about energy. And if we can get more energy into you while you're on the fast, okay, without turning on your digestive tract and bypassing your Krebs cycle, then we win, okay? All right, eliminate alcohol, caffeine, and all their stimulants. We don't even want to be near that stuff. Never allow yourself to become dehydrated. Okay, if you start feeling foggy up here, you know what that is? That is first dehydration. And the other thing is trace minerals, but we already told you about the ormus and the black diamond, so you know what? You're gonna have to pay the piper if you don't wanna do it, okay? Also, if you get a burning in your mouth, that means heavy metals, that means high acidity, that means you need to drink more structured water with more of the black diamond, more of the ormus in, so that we can offset that. You want to detoxify those things that are going to create a disease in your body, those things that are going to create inflammation, those that are going to create suffering, scar tissue, displaced calcium. You get rid of those things, you get to be, not me, but you can feel as good as me. Do I ever complain about anything? Absolutely.
No.
I live like I'm telling you. And you know, this advanced water fast that people do, 80% of my life is that, isn't it? I'm always fasting, you know? I mean, right now I've been doing for the last 6 days just vegetable juice, okay? And drinking this in my water. Okay, let's keep moving. Never allow yourself to become dehydrated. That's a big thing. Understand something. You're not hungry, you're dehydrated. No, you're not tired, you're dehydrated. Okay? No, you're aching all over because you're dehydrated. Because when you get infection, you get inflammation. When you get inflammation, okay, you're going to hurt because inflammation is going to cause their GPS of pain to go off. So let's keep the water flowing. I mean, you know what? If you want those logs to get to the mill, then keep the water in the river so we can get it to the mill. Don't have stagnation. You have stagnation, you have putrefaction. Okay? All right? Drink a minimum of 3/4 of an ounce for every pound you weigh. It used to be a half an ounce. It's three quarter right now.
3/4 of an ounce.
All right? So it's 3/4 of an ounce for every pound that you weigh. So, and we're usually looking at anywhere from, with women, 3 liters, to men, 4 liters. But you know what? If you're as big as a man, it's 4 liters. And if you're a big man, it could be 5 liters. Okay, or even 6. And no, you won't drown. And no, you won't dilute the nutrients in your body. Oh my God, where do people get this stuff? Seriously? This stuff gets dragged on the back of our shoe like toilet paper. Okay, all right. So 3/4 of an ounce for every pound you weigh. So figure out what you need that day. Always use a large stainless steel glass or container. It's better to drink gradually throughout the day than guzzle. Okay, all right? All right, so the nutraceutical protocol, if you're on it already, and the internal and external therapies, they're continued during your advanced water fast. You don't have to stop. And even when we come out of the advanced water fast, you're not going to stop because we are going to make sure that we create new programs. How many people know that actually none of the nutrition we ever do actually stays in the body? It all leaves. But all different types of nutrition and things have different frequencies. And if you bring in the frequencies long enough and strong enough, and we call that front end loading, we actually create a new vibration frequency in a cell, which means that the disease, which is means it's out of ease, out of harmony, gets into alignment, there's no disease. You can turn cancer off with a vibration, with a frequency. You can turn it on with that. So we need to do something long enough and strong enough and bring that vibration in to have the change, okay? And of course, you know what? You should be doing the ultimate coffee enema, shouldn't you? If you don't do an ultimate coffee enema every day, and if you feel like, well, you know what? I feel like I'm losing weight though. Well, then guess what? That person should have been and looked at the preparation, right? They should have been IGF 300,000. They should have been on, here, okay, 1 second. They should have been on, actually, okay? They should have been on SON formula and IGF 300,000. And if anybody is really underweight, we know that there's a really bad parasite problem. But it's not just parasites. Anybody that's underweight and can't gain weight, guess what they are? They're a super duper terrorist to themselves. And they go, that's not true. Yes, it is. You are burning yourself out with thinking things that aren't even going on and overthinking things. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm writing a new chapter for the the new book I'm putting out, and it's called The Eternal Now. And it's absolutely to show people that if you are not living in the present moment, you're not even living. And we know that people are only in the present moment 2% of the day. So please take a look at the Ultimate Coffee Enema. If you're doing a fast and you're not doing the Ultimate Coffee Enema, there's no way you're not getting into trouble. Isn't it true?
It's true, because you need to make sure that those toxins are coming out.
Yeah, and if you're a
You
woman,
want to support that liver.
that's right. And guess what? Most people that do this are either 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years old. And guess what? They never had an oil change grease job, okay? And understand, that's an oil change grease job. How would you like to have your filter renewed? And that filter is called your liver. It does over 300 jobs. And understand this, okay? And you need to get this. You cannot clean the liver orally. I'm doing carrot juice and beet juice, and I've been doing it for 6 days. And then I have one meal of the day, and my one meal of the day tonight is a blender drink. I'll drink about a quart of actually organic strawberries, oat milk. I'll put some black diamond in there, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna do, okay? I mean black gold. I'll put black gold in there. So anyways, I don't wanna get off the topic. So there are things you do, and if you're a woman, please take a look at vaginal and infusion. And if you have trouble in your bowels, like any type of trouble in your bowels, take a look at rectal infusion. It's the same as the vaginal infusion, and learn how to do this, okay? I mean, men, if you've got prostate problems and you don't want to use a rectal vibrator and you don't want to do the rectal infusion, good luck. Good luck getting well, and I mean that. Okay, and also take a look at our, while you're doing that, our CBD bullets, suppositories. And we also have a CBD THC suppository. And you have to order those from, they're only in Canada. But the thing is that if you have inflammation, CBD is great. But if you've got real bad pain, you want to get the CBD THC, because THC is better for pain, okay? All right, therapeutic vomiting. Let me tell you something. How often, especially on fasting, a lot of times people will feel nauseous because your stomach is going to cleanse for the first time in its life. And when it cleanses, you're going to have all this toxicity and you're going to feel nauseous. But guess what? It's all called issues in your tissues. How much BS have you swallowed from your partner, from your children, from the world? Okay? And you're not just getting rid of toxic waste from your tissues that's physical, you're getting rid of the invisible. Because understand something, whether you want to believe this or not, but a tumor is actually hate and anger all wrapped up in one big ball. And then you're going to say, oh, she's so nice. Why would she have tumors? Well, because she hates her life. She hates herself. You know, why isn't it working out for me? And understand something. Your physical body will never be sick if your emotional body isn't already. Okay? So look at therapeutic vomiting. And understand, if you do therapeutic vomiting, you can save a life. You can turn around a major disease, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to look at these things, go to the DIY guide, okay? If you want to, we have videos in there on how to do therapeutic vomiting, don't we? And also DIY guide in the library. In the library has videos on everything we do, okay? Yeah. But the perfect day guide will at least get you started. Okay? And don't forget about your 4 loving steps, guys. You know, if you don't want to get a Braveheart love band, this is a kiss. This is snug as a hug. This snaps me back into the eternal now, so I can be here, not back there in Guiltville, not there in Fearville, but right here in Fullville, okay? Full of love, full of life, okay? All right? So if you don't have a Braveheart love band 321 I got this, then get yourself a hair band. Go to the dollar store. They're inexpensive. And every time that you have any type of a negative thought, just go 321 I got this. 321, that's the old me. There's a new sheriff in town, okay? You need to start writing a new story. Remember that mystery, my story, mystery? Work on it. And work on it with the Braveheart contract I already told you to do. Look at my stuff works, and it's not my stuff. People that have been doing it before me, you know, some things I added on, some things I changed, but understand something. Now it's your stuff. Make it your stuff, okay? And then go do better than me. Go show me up. Go show me that you can create 1 million smiles around the world, okay? So take a look at that love band, take a look at the mirror work on a personal level, and quoting the Braveheart quote 10 times first thing in the morning, 10 times at night. And if you don't like mine, make up your own, okay? And please start doing the couples training. The couples connection, right? What would happen if somebody did the couples connection for 10 minutes for 33 days and they did it every night? Where would couples be?
They would come together. They would come together as two spirit beings, or...
And most men are going to say no.
They would fall apart.
They would fall apart because they've never even opened their heart enough or loved themselves enough to actually open up like a beautiful flower. But if you can get your man to do it, and then you can get him to commit to it, oh my God, you'll find, okay, I want somebody to come on the show and tell me I'm wrong. Do it for 33 days, and then tell me that you actually were really in love with yourself and each other before that. You weren't. You weren't. You weren't. Okay, so, that's it, guys. You know what? That's how deep this fast is, right? Okay? Ending the fast, the water fast, you'll still do the nutraceutical protocol because our nutraceuticals do not turn on your digestive tract, right? No. And when you're ending the fast, you're just going to continue these things. If you can't afford it, don't. And if you can't afford nutraceuticals, don't. Take what you can from our program. But you know what you're going to have to do? You're actually going to have to sit there and watch the preparation video that's in the fasting guide in the library, or wait till I come on live again in 2 months from now, and we're going to do the same thing every 2 months. We're doing it 6 times a year. So every time you do it, you're going to get better at it. Every time you do it, you're going to go deeper. Every time you do it, you're going to love yourself more, and then realize, holy, wow, I love myself more than I ever did, and I don't feel like I got sent to hell. Let me see. Okay?
No fires burning here.
No fires burning here. Okay, if your advanced water fast was 6 days, it's not hard. That means you're going to take 3 days to introduce yourself back into your diet. Now, if you go back into your diet, which could be the more you cook, the worse you look, the more you fry, the sooner you die, then, a lot of that is going to be wasted. But if you actually went from the 6-day advanced water fast to 3 days of coming out of the water fast and then entering into another whole plant-based keto, which isn't going to cost you any more money, it's going to be cheaper than what you usually did, and do that for 2 weeks. Let's see if you want to quit after that. And then if you do, you're going to go, oh my God, this doesn't really taste that good anymore. No. Oh my God, this is really hard to digest. I didn't realize, because your body has learned to get used to the suffering. Because guess what? It's been sending you symptoms ever since you were a young child. And guess what? You didn't recognize the symptoms. You didn't recognize them because everybody else in your family was saying, shut up to the symptoms. Because everybody believes that pain and inflammation and swelling and stiffness, okay, is an attack. And we've got to go and kill it. But guess what? It's your body sending you love messages saying, you don't know how to look after me, you don't know how to love me, and someday I'm going to leave you before you want me to. So how do you break your fast? You do 6 days of what we just said, and you can either do the nutraceuticals or not, or do the things that you feel. But remember something, you can get an advanced water fast consultation from Lorraine, from Simran, or any of the other master consultants that are up in the consultation page at Doc of Detox. Pay one fee, $150, and they are your guides forever. Do you know what that's worth? But if you think that you can do it for yourself, just go into the guide and watch the videos.
That's right.
And then come on, maybe you're a do-it-yourselfer, so that's great, and I applaud you. Okay? All right, so I did my 6 days, but let's say I didn't do my 6 days. Let's say I did 8 days. So now that's going to be 4 days that I'm going to do this. Before you introduce food, right? You're going to be introducing this food, because these are foodstuffs. You're going to be using organic veggie broth, organic bone broth, or organic celery juice. Now, it's always good to do about 1 liter of celery juice, okay? If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But it's always good to do 1 liter. If you have a juicer, please do 1 liter. And you don't have to drink it all at once. I prefer that you didn't, because it's very energetic. And so what I'd like you to do is just maybe, if it's a liter, right, that's 32 ounces, right? What about if we were to do 8 ounces 4 times that day, right? Or what if you did 12 ounces twice? That's 24, and then you did an 8, right? Something like that. But spread it out throughout the day, and then you can do organic bone broth and organic veggie broth. Or if you're a so-called vegetarian, let's say I'm not a bone broth guy, but I'm not a vegetarian. I don't believe in vegetarianism. Most vegetarians aren't that well. Okay, they eat too much fake food, and they're not eating high vibrational foods a lot. And that's the truth, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
There's a lot cooked.
So anyways, when you start, okay, so I just finished my 6 days. So now I got 3 days. If I did 8 days, I'm going to do 4. If I did 10 days, I'm going to do only 4. If I did, the higher you go, like if I went on a 20-day and I did a 20-day advanced water fast, I wouldn't do a 10-day introduction. I'd only do a 5-day introduction back into food. It doesn't take that long. Do you understand? So it's not like it's always going to be, and the next time I do this, I'm going to put a slide to show that we don't need to do more than 5 days back introduction into, because what you're doing, the reason why you do the warm organic veggie broth, warm organic bone broth, or if you start off with the organic celery, don't get it out of the fridge cold. Okay, take your glass out, let it warm up to room temperature, then drink it so you don't put your digestive tract in shock. And you're better off, if you can't sip and you're the guzzler, then you put a straw in it when you start that first day. And you go, and you take a little bit and you don't take any more. And you put it in your mouth and you swish it around just for a few seconds, get the enzymes in there, and then swallow. You're not going to get any cramping, you're not going to get any gas, and it's because you just get, wow, you're so loving, wow. Okay guys, all right, we got to wake up now. Instead of shaking everybody that runs your digestive tract, because that's what you're doing, you're coming out of not a coma, but you're coming out of a shutdown. So if we're going to start using the assembly line, it's 30 to 33 feet long. Don't just put it into shock, okay? So straw, warm up your drink, and sip it. And then keep sipping, that's fine, just keep sipping it. But if you gulp it and you've got cramps and gas, just remember I warned you, okay? All right? Did I miss anything?
Nope. It's kind of like if I came into your bedroom with pots and pans to wake you up.
Or splashing water on you.
Yeah, ice water.
Yeah, ice water. So, you know what? Okay, let's make this perfectly clear. Those psychoparasites that are in control of the world, hey, quite an adventure, eh? Don't let them turn you into a self-abusive human being and not even knowing it, okay? And they've done that, haven't they?
They have.
To everyone. All right, so
fooled and fooled.
Crack the coconut. If you live somewhere where you can get fresh coconuts, guess what? You could break your whole fast with just coconut juice. And that is even the better way. How's that? Isn't that crazy? But if you can't get fresh coconut juice, I don't know, the box, the can, just maybe do the broth, the veggie broth, do the bone broth, do the celery, okay? Unless you can get a really high quality one, okay? And remember everybody, when you're doing this, you're gonna do 3 liters to 4 liters a day, 3 quarts to 4 quarts a day, correct? I hope everybody gets this. So, but you're gonna be sipping it throughout the day. Don't worry, just keep it with you and keep sipping. Just keep sipping, and guess what? And turn that digestive tract on. By the time you get into your 2nd day, you're not gonna have any cramping. You can drink more, you can take more, it's gonna be fine. And like I said, you know, if you did a 10-day fast, you'll do a 5-day. If you did a 12-day fast, it's still a 5-day. If you did a 14-day, it's still a 5-day. Do you understand? We don't have to go up higher than 5 days. And as soon as you break your fast, okay, you can still do the salt water that you do in the morning, okay? But guess what? As soon as I break my fast, I get on daily cleansing tea, and if I break my fast and I'm on the road, I do daily cleansing tea caps. There's no stimulants, there's no laxatives in either of those 2 products. I want to get my bowels moving, and I want everything to get out before I really start eating. I want to clear out, really renew. And then you can start using black gold, and you can put your black gold when you do your fast. You can actually put your black gold a little bit into your bone broth. Okay, just a little bit. We're just putting a teeny bit in, just a teeny. Well, and if not, I'd rather you did the black gold than the black diamond, because the black gold, it works a little bit more with helping your digestive tract and sucking up a lot of the toxins that are still lagging in there. So let's just suck them up and get them out. So that's why we introduced daily cleansing tea, or the daily cleansing tea caps, and the black gold. Okay?
Yep.
And you're only going to put a little bit of black gold in your broth. You're not going to put like a teaspoon, just a sprinkle in each glass, just to start introducing, because the black gold, believe it or not, it will go into your large intestine and reinstate mummy's bacteria like nothing else. It will. Anybody that's done antibiotics and they go, oh my God, I'm really just, after those antibiotics, I just really am so disturbed. It'll be the black gold that brings it back, not acidophilus, not good bacteria things. The black gold is the humic fulvic that was in the soil, and nobody ever needed good bacteria because it was that helped us, and it's no longer there. And we have the only pure one that has not been adulterated with chemical processing. Okay, so, I'm gonna come out of my fast, okay? And I'm gonna do the broth, the bone broth, the veggie broth, the celery juice, or the coconut water, okay? And do the things we talked about. And then I want to enter myself into a whole plant-based keto diet. And then please really start taking a look at doing more exercising now. Take a look at the pelvic squats. Take a look at the crab stretch. And for those of you who really want to get back in shape now, go look at chair yoga. Go look at chair calisthenics. It's a great way to start, and only do what you can bite off, but it'll get you into shape. And I hope you've been doing some clapping, okay? But you really want to get into the clapping. Like myself, I'll do an hour to an hour and a half every second day. And you'll know when you're healthy because you don't bruise anymore, okay? What do old people do? They bruise without touching or hitting anything because they're rotten to the core. God love them, okay? So take a look at the 4 pillars again, now that you're out of your fast, and look at the emotional balance. Maybe you want to do our emotional Braveheart masterclass. You charge $1,000. It's free. It's in the Dr. Detox library. But get yourself the perfect day guide. Please just start. Is it beautiful?
It is beautiful.
And an 8-year-old will understand it, and that's the way health should be. And I promise you, if you went through it and you made notes, and you wanted to call me and question me or come on the shows, we're going to do that for you. Okay? Why don't you just become what you've always wanted to become? Okay? Do you have questions?
Yes, we do. So somebody asked, Susie asked, if you have kidney disease, is it okay to use that much salt?
Well, first of all, I don't believe that a lot of people have kidney disease at the very beginning. A lot of people are really misdiagnosed. A lot of people have had so much sugar and so much animal protein in their diet. And I hope you all know this, everyone. You can be mistaken for kidney disease because you've been tapping your adrenals every few minutes. How many people know that the average person today is actually dumping adrenaline 120 times a day? We used to do it 3 times a week. Then we were doing it 17 times a day before pre-COVID. And now it's an average of 100 to 120 times a day. You're dumping adrenaline. Remember, your adrenals sit on top of your kidneys, and she's burning her kidneys out. And trust me, anybody with kidney problems, they have the fear of loss and they're a stress monkey. And understand something, you can drink all of that you want. Remember what I said? Your kidneys are a water pump. They're never gonna burn out. They're burning out because they're a pump and they're always working, and you're hitting the adrenaline and you weren't doing the right things to actually bring balance into your kidneys, and you weren't doing enough trace minerals. So the reality is, I couldn't answer this question because I got to know the person's personality. And I got to know exactly where they are. Are they underweight? Are they overweight? You know, so this person can call me if they want, but guess what? Nothing that we're going to do is going to hurt you. And I'm going to tell you something. Do you know how many people call me and say they want to put me on dialysis? And guess what? And if they've never done one dialysis, do you know how easy it is usually to turn them around? That's right. It's only weeks before we get them out of the fire. Every time they go for dialysis, the worse it gets. Because as soon as you tell an organ it's not needed anymore, what's it do?
It's going to shut down.
It's going to die. It's going to shrivel up. It's not going to shut down. It's already shutting down because it's burning out, because they're not drinking structured water. They're not doing, and you don't have to do mine. Go find someone else's products. But they're not doing Ormus Minerals. They're not doing the Black Diamond. They're not drinking the structured water. So understand that. And understand this. Most people that say they've got kidney pain, they don't. They've got rotting of their bowel. If everybody even knew that, you know, right here, okay, we've got your colon comes up, goes across. Guess what? Around the corner, poop gets stuck. Okay, where do you think your kidney is? Right behind it. And especially on the left-hand side, the actual splenic flexure, which is where it comes across and then turns down, it's right up against the front of the kidney. So every time that you've got infection, you're reabsorbing waste into your body, you got gas, you got pressure, that's what's doing it. And then the lack of proper water. People think they drink water, okay? I'm telling you right now, today, you gotta drink 3/4 of an ounce. And if somebody is underweight, or they have an inflammatory situation or an autoimmune disease, they got to drink a lot more water, and it better be structured, and it better have Black Diamond and Ormus Minerals. And I'm going to tell you, there's no way you're not going to see a difference. And understand, if I actually had a kidney problem, I had kidney disease, I would be going for Cellsonic, and I would be going for Wolf non-surgical, and have somebody go in there and actually pull the scar tissue apart, because my kidneys are like beef jerky, because I dehydrated them. You know what? People don't even know. Practitioners don't even know what we do. They don't understand what we do. But as soon as we tell them, they go, whoa, wow. I'm talking about naturopathic doctors that have been naturopathic doctors for 30 and 40 years. They just go, oh my God. I was talking to somebody in Mexico here that runs cancer clinics, and when I told them that tumors are made out of scar tissue and how it's created and calcium, he went, what? He's been a medical doctor for 25 years and he runs a cancer clinic. I'm just like, really? Are we kidding here? Okay.
So we got another question.
First of all, the person who's got any kind of kidney disease, they should have called for a consultation. And they should have someone, I don't know, what are your kidneys worth? Not 150 bucks? That's $75 a kidney.
It's true. It's true.
Okay, you know what? I'm not saying anybody's dumb. I'm saying that we've been stupefied. They've dumbed us down. Everybody wants to call and get a Band-Aid. Dr. Wolf, yeah. Okay, can you tell me in 2 minutes what can I do? Because guess what? They told me I'm only going to live for 6 weeks. Can you tell me what to do? Can I do?
Yeah.
Yeah. All they do is they do the fear-mongering drives everybody into a deep, dark cave. Okay?
Okay, another question. Should the ultimate coffee enema be done before starting the fast or during the fast? Same question for the vaginal infusion.
Well, one thing, you know what? They should all be done. Like when we start the 2 weeks prep, that's when everything starts. And you might miss a day. It's going to be, you know, it gets a little bumpy, right? Well, that's where you're going to try it. And even before we do the 2-week whole plant-based keto diet to just try to bring down the toxic load, you could already be playing around going, hey, I'm thinking I'm going to try vaginal infusion tonight. I'm going to try to do the coffee enema, and you'll probably screw it up the first time. And that's okay, because I screwed it up. The vaginal infusion I screwed up every time so far. But the reality is, you know, I can remember my first ultimate coffee enema. What a hell of a mess. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. And the reality is now I wouldn't live without it. And that's the truth. But you know what? We've been taught not to be patient. Wouldn't it be something if we had all the patience in the world for ourselves? Okay, we have the least patience for ourselves. And that's all part of the programming. So, you know what? You should be doing this right now. You should be practicing this. You know what? Practice makes perfect. And guess what? Repetition is how they programmed us to hate ourselves and each other. How's that working? So we know that repetition works.
It does. It does. Magdalena says, I'm getting ready for my 6-day water fast, cleansed and healing, super detox. Thank you all.
Okay, and guess what? We're going to have to end it here in a second. Do you know why? Because I'm coming on with Matthew from Food Forest Abundance, and we're going to be talking about how we can prepare. Listen, whether you believe this or not, I'm doing a 6-day masterclass with Food Forest Abundance. They're top people around the world. They're going to teach you about food, growing your own food, and every one of them is going to be bringing something special. This 6-day masterclass is going to go into the Food Forest Abundance Guide, which is going to go into my library, and this is going to be the most powerful information for people, because just so you know, or maybe you don't want to know, Vanguard and BlackRock own every supermarket chain in the world right now. And whether you believe this or not, go back and take a look in the 1930s how they tried to tell us that we all had to get in soup lines. Those dirty rascals, they're up to the same thing. They're going to make you believe that there's not enough food, there's not enough money, there's not enough love, there's not enough anything. They're going to try to get us down on our knees and beg God, please, to give away more of our human rights. So this is why I've pushed this masterclass in for right now, because they could pull this stunt off in weeks or months, but it's coming. And this is not to scare you. This is to prepare you. And if you are psychologically prepared, you will never see me lose my stuff. I won't do it. They do it on purpose. They want to see you lose your you-know-what, okay? And they want you to see you attack yourself and everybody else. And I won't do it. I am going to love every human being no matter what they think of me, what they eat, what they drink. I will be there on any level that I can for them. There's the game, if you just knew it. There are beautiful people everywhere, and we are out there attacking them, and we are hurting them. And it's got to end. I'll be back on in a few minutes, but understand, I will have information up. I'll be showing you my new health and healing center here in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico, and we will be taking bookings if you think that you would like to come down to a 5-star healing. And I'm not talking about 5-star price. I'm talking about 5-star healing. Unconditional love and care and teaching you that. And also pampering you throughout so that we can teach you and we can show you how things are made and how you can come here from anywhere from 7 days to 3 weeks, and we can show you how to go back home and be the master of your mind, the master of your body. Okay? And these are the trainings we're going to be doing, and Dr. Sage Wolf will be traveling around the world doing these when they try to shut down our world tour. They're not going to just shut our world tour down, they're going to shut everybody's down, because that's their game, right? Okay? So join us. Go take a look at bhnuniversity.com and come and take a whole life coach program and open up a business or mind your own business and rock your life. Go look at the information, okay? We also teach the Wolf Non-Surgical. It is the most powerful body work, and anybody can learn it. Anybody can learn it, and anybody can be successful on an emotional, physical, and psychological and financial level with us, because we never stop supporting you once you take our course, okay? So you either come to us or we're going to come to you, all right? Again, Perfect Day Guide costs you nothing. Take all the information you want from it, and then let me see you. Let me see you unleash your roar. It's 2024. Let's see you stand in your power. Let's see if you could unconditionally love yourself and never judge yourself again. Let's start there, okay? But let's do that Braveheart Heroes contract tonight. Write it out. So take it back, everyone. You can have my Healthy to 100. It's only $15. $15. You can buy it online, or you can download it for free along with the Perfect Day Guide. Okay? Total self-love is total freedom. Okay? Take a look at the Braveheart online emotional course. Do 40 minutes a night, and in 33 days you'll finish this course. It used to be $1,000. It's yours for free. We don't have time anymore. We need to give everything away. We need to share our gift with everyone. You know our goal is? Our goal is to create 1 billion smiles. And I know we can do it. So, massive personal action is self-healing. That's it. And that's the only healing. And the only permanent health care is self-care. The only permanent love is self-love. So learn how to fly. What do you think, Lorraine?
First, love yourself. You bet. You bet.
And Lorraine's going to tell you the oath, aren't you? Do you want to?
Sure, I'll do it. I am love. I'm healed. I'm Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will always trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost above anything or anyone else, so help me God. Because I am, I can, I am loved, I am healed, I am Braveheart.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. 3, 2, 1.
We got
this, Bravehearts.